Hello, everyone. I'm Barbara Valentina, and I just realized I'm really short. Look at this table.
We're not short. We're just kids again.
We're kids again. I'm just gonna put all these pillows behind. Hi, guys. Welcome to Playful Plays / Playfulverse. It is time. The moment we've all been waiting for. Pumpkiru is near. Halloween is near. He's groaning everywhere. He's scaring the children, and he smells, I think, right? He smells like candy.
That's good smell, though, I think.
That is a good smell, I guess.
Depends on which candy, not the candy corn.
Not candy, no, not candy corn. So you're anti-candy corn, right?
I don't know who's pro candy corn.
There are some people. It's a very big discussion. I think it's chalky, personally. Like, it's just, I don't like candy to begin with.
What?
I eat like one chocolate bar a year, actually.
And that is?
Reese's Cup.
At least it's a good one.
It is a good one. Hello, hello, hello. Little quiet. Thank you for telling us. Let's see.
Never a candy corn. You're not missing anything.
I mean, that's fine. We also got a new stand for the mic, so I have to speak louder. But yes, it is time for the Pumpkiru Creativerse event, the moment that we've been waiting for, and we're going to welcome Pumpkiru with some pumpkin carving. So we actually have some. David is precariously.
We have our David, producer man, trying to turn up the volume.
It's a really good thing that he's tall. We have a couple of things here for you. This is for you. It's a Halloween pumpkin carving kit.
So I'm going to first call...
Candy corn is amazing. You're wrong.
Jeff Donate, I challenge you to a pumpkin carving competition.
Yeah, good. I will. I already have an idea.
Oh, God.
I'm going to do a switch pumpkin.
A switch pumpkin?
A red one, a blue one, and a switch screen.
So our Mr. Jeff Donay, our main designer at the studio, had to interrupt our stream just to say that candy corn is amazing.
Yeah, very rudely. He just opened the door like...
Well, to me, it just means that he has lost all credibility in my eyes. I'm kidding.
It's also because we don't have the live sign outside the studio. That's really what's missing from this whole event.
I'll work on it. I'm kidding. He never had any credibility.
Oh,
see,
so,
he loves me.
Are you ready to carve a pumpkin?
Yeah, but I'm already calling shenanigans a little bit because Barbara has been preparing a little bit.
I have not been preparing. I prepared this morning when I got the pumpkins from our dear beloved Trader Joe's.
Do not believe you.
Shots fired. By the way, Jojo, we saw your pun. It was atrocious.
I thought it was awesome.
I mean, agree to disagree. Do a witchy carving? Maybe so, maybe so. I was thinking that we open these and we figure out, because I've only done it with knives, like a heathen. I haven't really done it with a proper kit.
I was gonna get my Dremel tool ready, everything I can plug in.
So
light up candle.
And then we have this bucket here for all the seeds. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's see what we got here. It's really dangerous for me to have weapons, actually. I'm very accident prone, so this could only lead to bad things. Mine is going to be a bloody pumpkin.
So we probably should say we are waiting. Everyone's like, what is going on? We are waiting we are about to take the server down message to turn on the Halloween event. We will have a few new items that you can scavenger and find. The mysterious bauble will be
It's finally here. We have to make more, like...
But we have to rename it. Now it's no more of a mystery.
It's not a mystery. It's just bauble.
Just the bauble.
This poor bauble is just like... Wah. So yeah, tell us a bit more about that. So now we can use it to unlock Pumpkiru's magic.
I like your jazz hands. So what the bauble will allow you to do... Since
new items you can find.
Since it was so new, so expensive to get in the first place, what you will be able to do is actually conjure up the trader.
So you basically become magicians, witches yourselves, witches and wizards.
You'll be able to essentially start the event by spawning the trader whenever you need to. And it will not disappear once you spawn it.
Wow.
So you'll be able to do it over and over again to give you a little bit of a shortcut.
Will you try to walk away from
Only
me
if you... Are you going to insult him?
I mean, I usually do.
I mean, you did call him smelly.
He is smelly.
And that he smells like candy corn.
So, according to Randy's server, or Kaluth, the service will be coming down in approximately 5 minutes. So, if you can still get in the world, Not for long, my friends, because the service will be going down. The bauble has a use now. It does. You heard it here first. Are you bringing stuff back from other Halloween?
Yes.
Yes. So all your cauldrons are going to be there, all your goodies. A couple of new items will be put in there.
Yeah. And I think Randy hopefully will be coming down as soon as the servers are taken down, and he can allude more to what is in, and sort of we have a few new things. As I mentioned before.
Bazooka?
Stop. No, it made me feel bad. No projectiles added. More added. I can't speak today. Oh
no,
my!
You can't.
Banging my head against the table. I apologize. So he'll be talking a little bit about the stuff that we added. And I know that last time when we got together, we talked about Paintable Blocks and the drone cam stuff.
We did. Sorry.
And that would be our next update. And then apparently I lied, considering now we're turning on
well, we had to
Halloween.
I mean, Halloween got in the way. We have a holiday. There's nothing we can do. We
Well,
can't
the
call the people that make the maps.
Well, the problem is I can't plan on Halloween every year.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I never know when it is. So it's like, it's elusive. It always moves. So it's really hard to plan around
holidays. It's
holidays.
elusive like Pumpkiru is elusive.
So with the Paintable Block stuff, we literally have to go in and touch almost every block in the game. And that's a couple thousand. And we've found that verifying all of those things has taken us longer than we anticipated, and we really don't want to turn it on with most of them working and then some of them not looking great. So we're just trying to slow down a little bit and painstakingly go through each one.
Yeah,
and then we were going to turn that on. We'll and release that major update with that and the drone cam and tons of bug fixes. So I think we're aiming within, like a week or two, a couple weeks maybe.
Yeah.
But
1 or 2 weeks.
we're getting there. But one thing we didn't want to do was wait on the Halloween or not have the Halloween event. So this is why we're sort of saying stop. Let's get this turned on for everybody.
Right.
Let's do a couple new things.
Halloween is just an event that is so beloved by the Creativerse community, and we definitely don't want to take away from that joy and everyone who built all their worlds and events for Pumpkiru's event. We wanted to be able to give you guys that, that break, and also not just keep on going and make you wait a little longer. So we're pushing it back because of this event, and then we will get back to it, right?
Yeah, and if you haven't, I would encourage you to take a look at the last stream. I believe it's up there, right? As far as if you want more information on the drone cam, you want more information on the stuff that we've been doing with all the paintable blocks and all the colors and everything.
Right.
I have been trying to share some really cool builds that some of our testers and MVPs have been doing in our testing world with all the blocks on Discord in the general chat. So go back and take a look there, but also go back and take a look at that stream.
Yeah, we did show a lot of things.
We showed a lot about what that is and what you can do, and there's really a ton of creative control that you'll be able to do with that.
And special thanks again to our MVP players who helped us build that world, because it's really, we're gathering their feedback and able to give more precise, corrections to all of those blocks, because there's a lot of them. I mean, that's masking
thousands.
Not just the block itself, but it's also how the color combinations will show, right? So you have to talk about the color, the texture, and how that actually will go together when you're changing each of those combinations.
That's
so
right.
it's not just, blue. They're all blue.
Right.
They have different shades.
And we went the more difficult direction of having two colors on a lot of the blocks, on most of them, instead of just saying, you can just change the hue of this block. So since we took the more complicated route, what we're making sure of, like if we're doing a chair, that whatever you use for color 1 and color 2, the color 1 is the outside of the chair and color 1 is maybe the inside of the chair.
And that's harder for the Pigsy ones.
Yeah, but if we go and we change that because it's not consistent, now you just built something with a certain color scheme, and then if we have to change it because it's broken and it was reversed, now all the stuff that you just built will look different, and we don't want to do that to you guys. So we're just trying to go through painstakingly each one and test each one just to make sure that we're not going to get all of them, but we want to make sure that most of them are there, so we don't have to change colors.
That could also cause a lot of bugs and trigger a lot of really bad sort of problems, right? If the artists don't go through and check every single one of those combinations, which sounds like a lot of fun for artists.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sandra, for the host, by the way. Thank you. Oh my gosh, chat. Pumpkiru Pumpkin Carving Duel. I think Pumpkiru just has a lot of he has a lot of shapes just on his person. He's got his cape. I mean, it's just too much. So
Yeah, we
might have to challenge ourselves to a simpler one.
What I originally agreed to. Sorry, this is a bad idea on live TV. What I originally agreed to was we will pick something really awesome or hard to carve, and then we will see who can get closer to that thing. And then I said to Barbara right before we came in, okay, what are we carving? She's like, I'm not going to show you. Which means, this is why I'm calling shenanigans, which means she has a head start and already plotting and planning how this is. She wouldn't even let me open this box until...
I wanted it to be the great pumpkin unboxing. You know, it's only fair. Carve a pumpkin in the pumpkin. That would be very cute, Laska. That would be very cute.
How do you know I didn't just carve this pumpkin from another pumpkin?
Bum, bum, bum. The plot thickens. It does. It does. I appreciate the diligence. Thank you, Epic Name Pause. The devs are working really hard, and they really just want to get it all right. We're getting to the point where, you know, that polish is what's really necessary to make Paintable Blocks good. So they're really focusing on that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the Halloween update. So just one more thing to add to your list.
And there will be some new things that you'll be able to get from the trader in the Halloween update. We didn't want to just turn it on with, here's everything in the past, so there's really not much different. It's not as many things as we really would want to because we're really focused on making the Paintable Block stuff work. But we did feel bad. We didn't want to shortchange, you know, just using the same stuff from last year. So we do have a few really cool new things that, and if Mr. Kaluth or Randy wants to come down and talk about it, we're beckoning you, Randy.
Randy, we need more candles and we need them to float in the air. And okay.
What is this for?
I don't know, but we also, guys, to go back to our pumpkins, while we wait, while the servers go down, let me check to see actually if the servers have gone down. Is there any way you guys would consider making the gauntlets last longer? Maybe.
Yeah, we would consider it. We consider everything.
We consider
I know that's not an answer.
Will there be any new skins for Halloween? There will not be new skins this Halloween, correct?
Correct.
Let's see.
But I will say, with skins and some things like that, keep watching some of our streams coming soon.
We have all the secrets.
Well, so. What is that?
Sorry, it's my evil laugh. Go, please continue.
It's hard to. So, yes, we announced the next update, which is after this for Paintable Blocks and Drone Cam. We are still working and looking on creative mode, as we mentioned in the past stream that we talked about.
Yeah.
We will have some more updates on that soon. In addition to, there will be some more content, possibly some skins and some other cosmetics and things. So we will let you know as we get a little bit closer to the next release on that.
Great. Okay, so now I'm going to challenge you to the pumpkin carving challenge.
I don't like that the pumpkin is smaller than my head.
Do you want this one?
No, it's okay.
Okay, well...
Feels like I'm carving.
Sorry, can we get that reference again?
Pumpkin.
Oh my gosh. And I think the carving kit has actually made it more interesting for us because we have all of these little templates to choose from. So it's pretty perfect. We're gonna be able to just be like, here's my pumpkin, here's the original. Did I do the right thing? Is mine a completely hideous pumpkin? Or, I mean, that one looks really hard though.
Are we doing the same one?
I mean, I
think we need to do the same one so we can compare. And I think we show. Let's show everybody and have them pick.
Okay, this is a vampire. Do you see that? Count Vlad.
This is me on Monday.
That's you every day. Let's see. This one.
Really? This is the next one
Little
after you just
puppy.
made that comment?
That's a witch. Let's see. Team Vampire. Okay, we got one for Team Vampire. Am I QB's voice? No, I'm not. But that does go back to your whole point. Wait, QB, a lot of you find annoying, so I'm going to take that as half a compliment, half an
But some people don't.
half a compliment, half an insult. This is very basic. This is a very basic one. Which one are you liking the most right now? The Frankenstein? Oh, you're gonna make me work. Okay.
Let's narrow it. Let's get rid of the easy ones because that's boring.
Wait, was that an easy one?
I don't know what that is.
Not gonna do that.
What is that? Cat?
We like to go all the way here.
Oh, and you saw. See, this worked out really well. I was actually showing them from the reverse order.
Nice. Okay, now I'm getting
Okay.
to all of yours. So, okay, show us the 4 that we have there.
I don't know what that is.
I think this is a skeleton man with a hat.
All
Skeleton man with a
skeletons have hats. I don't-
Yeah, they do. They have to keep warm.
Can't even think of a pun. So there's a cat.
Here's a cat.
I like Frankenstein one. Looks pretty difficult.
Yeah, it does. This is gonna be a silent stream now.
The
'cause
witch
we're
one.
focused.
That is gonna be horrible.
That
To-
is gonna be
that
disgusting.
one.
We're gonna end up making the worst thing ever. All right, chat. So tell us which of these 3, or the vampire. I think the chat also liked that one. The cat,
Cat or the skeleton?
the Frankenstein, the really difficult witch one. Tell us which one of those you want, and we will get to carving a very embarrassing pumpkin for you. So that's gonna be
Vampire,
fun.
cat, Frankenstein.
Look.
Everyone is literally just saying everything that we just went through.
I could have thought of a better way to do this. Which
Oh,
cat?
lots of cats.
A lot of cats.
Oh, we're not going to use the templates. We're
No.
using the templates as a picture.
We're gonna use
So
our hands. Cat, Pigsy. No, Pigsy would be difficult. Frankenstein. I think cats are winning. Smeagol wants the cat. That's terrifying. All right, we're gonna go with the cat. Are you ready? Okay, so this is what we will be attempting to make, and then this is real life. So, do you have it memorized? I'm gonna eat the piece of paper.
that's weird.
So the first thing, we have some simple instructions for those of us who don't know these things.
What do you have to carve the top off?
Yes. I knew that. And then clean and scrape it. I have
Hey,
some
David,
napkins.
could you ping Randy and see where we're at? Thank you, sir. Okay.
We gotta get our mats.
So while they are doing the Halloween update,
We're gonna be doing a challenge.
I mean, is it really a challenge?
It is a challenge for me because I'm just not artistic, so
That's a lie.
it's gonna be.
Who wrote a book out of both of us?
You did.
I didn't
Self-help.
write a book. Self.
How to make this the best dad puns ever. Oh, so I don't know if you guys know this, but Dr. Evil B is a horrible punster, and by that I mean great. And he also has created a terrible channel in our work Slack that is,
It is not
terrorizing
terrible. It is-
everyone.
It's fun facts. How is that terrible?
It's fun facts, and so I thought that it wasn't going to get traction. I thought people weren't going to want to dispouse all this useless knowledge that they have. Of course they do.
It's fantastic knowledge, really.
So everyone just is spitting out. David, have you seen that channel?
Oh yeah.
Everyone's spitting out all these facts. Do you have any favorites that you want to share with people?
Sea otters hold hands when they sleep.
That's cute. That is a cute one.
I mean, I haven't verified that, but
How long is the update? Usually,
usually about 20 minutes
yeah.
or so.
But we usually go for a little bit longer, 30, 40 minutes. I don't know. With this pumpkin carving, we might be here all night. We should get started.
I'm sorry to Strange Cat have to watch her data, or his data. So here's the thing. About 20 minutes or so, we should have this stuff, the servers back up.
Am I doing this right?
No. Well, there's one
Thanks
more.
for the
Oh,
book.
here. This was the one that I felt appropriate for today that I had to send in, which was banging your head against a wall for an hour burns 150 calories.
All right, let's get to the wall, Jim.
So, I mean, if you're frustrated, there's a positive side.
Yeah, exercise while you bang your head against the wall. No,
Oh, I
don't
didn't
do
say.
that.
Did you say go?
Yeah, go.
See, cheating already.
I'm not cheating. I'm just trying to. I feel like I'm just gonna accidentally cut
Cut your
myself.
finger off?
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
I'm just
exactly
trying to-
sure if we have medical care on staff.
We don't. Maybe David can just like start yelling out the room.
I'll go get you an Advil.
Advil, Band-Aids.
Do a 24-hour stream just carving pumpkins. Wow.
That's a lot of carving.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'll be able to do 20 minutes.
This
is why I had kids.
So they can carve the
Yeah.
pumpkins.
I say, what
Do
do
you
you
do this
make?
with your kids?
We do. And I will say, at 7 and 10 years old, they are better than I am.
I mean, yeah. At a lot of things, right?
Pretty much. And at puns, they are getting pretty good at.
That's not a knife. Who are you? No, this is the only way.
No,
This
this is the
is what
little
you
saw.
use. Because otherwise, it's not gonna work. I feel like we're gonna make great progress on this. These are gonna be the most beautiful pumpkins. I made mine too small.
You are setting up yourself for failure by saying that.
Failure since 1992.
A good day to not want to be reminded of how old you are.
It's wisdom, right? It gives you wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best part about getting older?
Why are you asking me?
You're slightly older than me, that's all. It's a conversation that for both of us. Chat, feel free to chime in. I'm trying to make it a positive thing instead of
You're
like...
not being successful.
I am. I think I am, you know? It's just like, hey, what's something good about getting older? I've heard a lot of people say things like...
Your back feels so much better.
Please don't say that. You know, I miss my chiropractor appointments. I'm just like in so much pain. So, okay, put that to the cons of, you know, why isn't this coming out? Oh, and happy birthday, Strangecraft. It was his birthday on the 16th. So he can also contribute to the conversation because he's a little bit older.
How do you know?
Because this was his birthday, so unless he's lying.
Well, it depends. Are you trying to get like a free piece of cake or something? Because
No, he's not.
I used to have a birthday a lot at restaurants.
Oh, you would be that annoying person who's like, it's my birthday.
No, but I have a good friend of mine. Every time we went somewhere, he would tell the waiters or waitresses that it was my birthday. So they would just randomly start coming over and singing to me.
Did you like that though? The attention?
No, but you know,
Are you sure?
no.
I don't know if I believe that. Free cake. Ooh, hi, Minecraft. I still have birthdays at restaurants. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't know. I don't like being stared at in public spaces, which is why I stream so people can stare at me.
What about in
I
non-public
don't know.
spaces? Can people stare at you?
No, that's also terrifying. Okay, this isn't working.
Especially if I'm a clown.
A clown? That's overdone. Too overdone.
So I have to share. So
Uh-oh.
my son, we were talking about how my kids are better than I am, which is true.
Yes. A fact.
It's not hard, but they are. So, now, I'm not this bad of a dad. He has not seen the movie It. But he knows about the movie It. He knows it's this creepy clown, Pennywise. Sorry, don't want to spoil it for anyone, but...
It's been how long?
I can't believe they made
40
that movie
years.
into a book.
Oh gosh.
I'm kidding.
I should read that.
So, in any case, he comes out of his bedroom and says, Daddy, I got a question, and I don't get this. Okay, what? So, in the movie It, which I then say, what do you know about that movie? He's like, everybody knows about the movie It.
Yeah, Dad, come
He's
on.
like, I don't understand. I'm like, what don't you understand? He's like, so the
Yes.
creature dresses up like a clown because he wants to lure kids in, and he did use the word lure. And I said, yeah. He's like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone want to go too close to a clown?
Exactly.
Which I looked at him, I said, I hear you, buddy. I mean, right now we are eye to eye. So what don't you understand? And he's like, so there's Georgie, who, there's this clown that says, hey, Georgie, come over here, and I want to talk to you. He goes, why on earth would Georgie even go talk to a clown with no parents around?
In a sewer.
But no, this is the best part. 7 years old, looks at me with total, like, dramatic gravitas and says, in a sewer. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, not only is it a clown, but it's a clown in a sewer.
Right.
I couldn't stop laughing for a while, but I said, I know. And then he quiets down for a minute and then says, where's this kid's parents?
They're inside making soup.
I said, I know. Don't ever go talk to a clown without me. And he said, oh, don't
Or
worry.
anyone in a sewer.
I mean, yeah, seriously.
Randy's ETA is unknown at the moment.
Unknown.
Do you want me to go dragon?
Dragon.
All right, look at that.
Mine had nothing. I didn't cut too deep, I guess.
Oh,
Great story.
Then you know what we could do is we could then have a pumpkin seed baking
He's
show.
like, ooh. Oh yeah, Don's told me to save the seeds.
Oh yeah.
This hole is so small.
This is the gross part.
I like this part because it
I
smells
see
like
you put the
pumpkin.
bucket over to you. I'm just setting it there for now.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your clown is?
I know, right? But the best part wasn't even the story, even though that was fantastic.
Right.
It was, he pauses like a professional comedian and then says, in a sewer. And I just sort of feel
So you're
like
very proud.
I just feel like my work as a dad. I'm like,
Complete.
I have nothing left to teach you. I've given you the dramatic pause, the way to express yourself.
From chat, does this update include bug fixes and non-holiday features? New features?
Not couple minor things. Most of the bug fixes will come in the next week or so with the Paintable Blocks stuff.
Saving all the big bug fixes for then.
Yeah, I think the list is over 50.
Over 50.
At this point,
You
right
heard
now.
it here first, kids.
The reason why, and this is getting a little too far in the weeds, I think maybe with some programming stuff, but we have a branch that has all our fixes with the new update on it, and all the bug fixes and stuff have been made on that branch in addition to the features that are there. So to actually pull each individual fix and then put that into the Halloween update that we're turning on, it's just not feasible time-wise.
Yeah.
So we just decided, we'll just keep it there. Let's get Halloween going so everyone can have fun for the holiday, and then we can get the other stuff in soon. So we continue to ask for everyone's patience with it. I know it's not what everyone wants to hear, but they are there, and we are working on that.
Oh, look at all this goop. So speaking of it and Stephen King, he was on a podcast recently, and he's like, my secretary.
It or Stephen King?
Stephen King. It was on a podcast. Can you imagine it on a podcast? Let me tell you, kids are just so.
Georgie.
Oh my gosh, the podcast is called You'll Float Too.
Oh,
That's creepy, right?
that is creepy.
Sorry about that.
Why would anyone listen to that?
I mean, there are some weirdos out there, myself included.
I was gonna
so.
say you're listening to it.
I know. So basically, Stephen King's secretary, her husband was a clown when he wrote this. I was like, based on true story. But he said that the man never actually said, I don't like you. I hate what this has done. It's made it so much harder for me. But he would just always kind of like shake Mr. King's hand and be like,
I hate you.
just nodding and like, all right.
Thanks. Did anyone tell him that it had nothing to do with the movie making clowns creepy? Clowns are just creepy.
Yeah, I mean,
In
that's
general.
another conversation, right? I don't know.
Well,
if
I
they
mean,
had
I don't
that.
know. I think it's sort of the same conversation. There was this is a true story, unfortunately.
Oh no.
I don't know what.
What is it? I'm looking
You
forward.
don't even know what it is.
I know. I'm guessing it's gonna be scary.
Not scary, just I don't understand people, I guess, category.
Mm.
I don't know what state. I'll have to go look it up. I wasn't prepared for this conversation. But there was some guy, and we all know it was a guy, just because
We do.
I mean,
Look at all the
let's-
serial killers, guys.
let's
They're-
be
they're
honest.
dudes.
Like I
Sorry.
don't know many women that would be this crazy to do stuff like this. He was dressed up as a clown in a forest, like near this, and he would come out and lure kids away with candy.
Oh no.
And then I had to turn off the news, but this was to find out what he did to them because I just can't.
Oh, that's horrible.
But
that's the
this
real.
is-
That's the real fright.
That's
the
real life,
real fright.
and I'm like, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Hey, Geek and Cake, thank you so much for joining us. Have you guys seen the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space? I have not. Have you seen that movie?
Is it on
saw
Netflix?
I saw it on Shudder. Killer Clowns. It is a classic. It's on my list.
Do we want to get started on this list?
Listen, for the month of October,
I'm so disappointed in you.
Oh no!
It's not even funny.
But the other people that you asked also hadn't seen it. So why do I get the hate? The disappointment? Why is it directed at me?
Because I like you the best, and I feel like you should be a little bit more leveled up.
Okay, well, there's
Sue
just a
me,
lot.
I mean, come on.
There's a lot of things I have to watch. You know, I can't keep up with all this content. It's just too much. Maybe I should just watch YouTube clips.
No.
Like the best YouTube clips of that movie. I don't know if you guys do this, but
That's like Cliff
that way
Notes.
you can just be like Cliff Notes for movies. I mean, I think we're getting to the part in time when we need that though.
I don't know.
There's just so many movies, and then there's so many
So
Netflix series.
the conversation was, have you seen the movie with Steve Martin, an older movie called The Jerk? It's a classic movie with Steve Martin. In which case she was looking at me like I had 6 eyes.
I mean, you do sometimes. You just turn it off for stream.
But
What are we making?
a mess.
Is this all right? Is that enough, or do I have to really scrape it?
No, I think that's good.
That's fine.
It's just the thicker the walls are, the harder it is to cut.
It's just pretty difficult to do.
But and then I asked, well, do you even? What about the movie The Toy with Richard Pryor? And then she was looking at me like, who's Richard Pryor? And I'm like, come on. John Candy? You know John...
1992. You can ask David. Maybe I'm sure he would not disappoint you as much, right, David?
Whatever you say.
David disappoints me in other areas.
Oh my god.
I can't.
No one can please you. What about Randy?
Isn't that a friendly trait? Oh, don't even get started on Randy. I got a long list.
I love your frenemy
See?
thing.
The Toy, right? That was one of my favorite movies. It's
Wait,
hilarious.
what happens in the toy?
Why would I tell you?
Just tell me the premise. Tell me the pitch. Tell me the
The
log
elevator
line.
story.
Yeah.
The elevator pitch. The Toy. I mean, it's about the toy. No, I'm kidding.
What kind of toy is he?
Richard Pryor is sort of hired to watch over this kid, rich kid, and the kid treats him as like a toy. It's hard to explain. You have to see it. Someone help me out here. It's hilarious. Is what it is.
My dad always tells the story of the time my 5-year-old sister came into the room crying because of the Chucky movie. She was thinking of Rugrats. Oh no!
Oh.
I can totally see how that would happen. I think I was pretty young, and my older cousin was babysitting us, and they just decided to turn Chucky on. So I just have that one scene with the chandelier in my head. I didn't know what I was watching, and it took me a couple of years to recover from that.
With Chucky?
Chucky.
Mm.
Also Silent Hill. That's just the worst. I was like, oh, let's see a movie. Let's watch a movie. Oh, what is this? This is horrifying. I don't want this. He's like almost paid to be the friend by this rich dad who's also his boss.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And like they're in, I just remember they're in this toy store and they can maybe they own the toy store.
Makes sense.
Anyway, it's hilarious and it's a classic, and Richard Pryor is a genius.
All right, we're gonna get to the actual. Oh, you still need that. Hocus Pocus. Yeah, there's a Halloween movie for everyone.
My favorite Halloween movie is Die Hard.
That's a Christmas movie.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
No, my favorite Christmas movie is Gremlins.
Ugh.
I don't understand why those are Christmas movies.
We use this to carve the design.
I don't think that's a thing.
It says it right here. Carve the design.
So explain. It says Die Hard
Die
is a
Hard
Christmas
is a
movie.
Christmas movie.
So the only reason why it's a Christmas movie is the same reason
Hocus
why Home
Pocus.
Alone is a Christmas movie.
I mean, I wasn't arguing against that. I just don't see how
Because there's snow in it and it takes
how
place
is it
during
a
the
Halloween?
holidays.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings is a Halloween movie. I mean, a Christmas movie. It just is. It's 3 hours long. It's just really comforting. I don't know why it's a Christmas film, but it is. You know?
No one knows. Because it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of people who would agree with me, so I'm right. Home
Life of
Alone is a
Brian.
Thanksgiving movie. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Life of Brian?
That's Monty Python. And please don't say who was Monty Python.
Yes, I know who might do Pumpkiru.
God.
Okay, ready? We're gonna get to the carving. We have 2 of these, but we're just gonna argue over this one. I have to make the outline first.
So since Gremlins came up on the topic of Gremlins, do you think Gremlins is too scary for a 10-year-old? I watched it when I was around 10.
And look how you turned out.
Oh, that's a good point. I just didn't consider Gremlins a scary movie, I guess, because of the Mogwai. Gizmo. Oh, if you say you haven't seen the movie Gremlins right now, I'm walking out.
I forgot a lot of things about this movie, so I don't think... Could we do like a current movie or like something that was made in the 90s?
Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I've seen Forrest Gump.
Oh, The Santa Claus is a good... That's not a Halloween movie. I don't know why I'm bringing that up.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie. They got their branding right.
Oh. I like the new Halloween movie. The new
Yeah, I liked
one.
it too. I didn't think I was going to, but...
Until I watched the pitch meeting on it.
It's the end.
And then he just went on and
Spoilers.
ruined it for me.
I mean, he ruins a lot of things.
Yeah, but in a
the
very
pitch meeting.
awesome way.
Yeah. You almost want him to. You almost go see a good film.
I don't know if these bats are going to happen.
I don't know about the bats, but I feel like I messed up already, chat. The Nightmare Before Christmas is not a Halloween movie. It takes place after Halloween. Oh, okay. Shots are fired. It's fine.
Told you.
I mean, we all have our opinions, I guess.
Well, I mean, that sounds like it's more of a fact than an opinion. It starts during Halloween. It's in Halloween Town.
Oh.
Does that count?
Time Bandits was a scarier movie. Oh yes, servers are down. So if you're trying to get in, that's why.
Which is why we're doing this ridiculous thing.
We're doing this ridiculous thing. Yeah, you should be happy.
Halloween with Michael Myers, not the Michael Myers from Austin Powers.
No, it's easy to confuse the two. I thought for the longest time they were the same person.
I wouldn't admit that out loud. It's not necessarily a good thing to admit.
I mean, I'm here for your entertainment, so.
I've heard it both ways. This would be easier with a pen.
Yes, but we can't cheat. We have to do it this way.
Having a pen is cheating?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm concentrating. So what is the scariest movie? I am not yeah, I am Dr. Evil a little bit. That is where the tagline came from. I was running a team at a large, well-known studio that will remain nameless.
Nameless.
Doing sports games, and someone put a picture because I was trying to get people to go a different direction than they were, and they called me Dr. Evil, and then had my picture because I was bald.
Oh, you were.
I'm not bald now,
You're
though.
not. You're.
This is intentional.
Now it's just for aesthetics.
Right. I mean, if I don't cut this every week, it would be down to here. So what would you say is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I have a lot of favorites.
Yeah, Amityville Horror. That was sort of ridiculous. Anything that seems sort of scary and then at the end says it was based on a true story and then shows like actual pictures of the people that were involved, that freaks me out a bit.
I like even like B movies of horror because sometimes they have some of the scariest things. So As Above, So Below.
Maximum Overdrive, that was a good one.
As Above, So Below. They go into the catacombs under Paris. And
I don't know if I saw that.
they're like caught in an eternal loop. Anything with an eternal loop terrifies me. Like being stuck. So the Blair Witch Project is up there for me.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean
because
like
they're
being
stuck there
stuck
forever.
in like a purgatory type of thing?
That's terrifying.
The only thing scary about the Blair Witch Project, by the way, was the very end when they're standing there in the corner, and that's about it.
That is terrifying, and like that's it. That's your life forever. I can't.
That was not terrifying. That was just.
It was.
Ridiculous.
It's terrifying in that way. I mean.
I just remember from that movie trying to watch that with a friend of mine, and we're trying to turn up the volume because everyone whispers in the whole movie like this.
Do they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty loud.
They have, it's like, do you hear that? Do you hear that? They kept saying that over and over in the movie. Do you hear that? And my friend and I looked at each other and we both went, no! What? What do you hear?
You guys
I don't
weren't
hear
scared
a
because
thing.
the audio. Audio is important, guys. That's the lesson here. Now you spoil the movie for people that live under a rock. I mean, most scary one is Silent Hill. Yes, it is very scary. The Common Danger says Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, that one's.
That's a good
pretty
one.
freaky.
The what is it? The
Leatherface?
When they put the bodies onto the spikes. That's the best part.
In that movie?
Yeah, it's creepy. Low budget CGI is most scary. You mean low budget with
the
Poltergeist,
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. I like
because that's based on a true story with the.
I liked the original The Conjuring, but
people.
the
the
last one was awful.
No, yeah, that was awful. But like even with Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle and the Nun. I was like laughing the entire time. House on Haunted Hill. Haven't seen that yet. Hills Have Eyes. Poltergeist is good because it's just a seminal film. Like it's just a foundational horror film. The effects didn't age very well, but it's just a good film, in my opinion.
Someone mentioned Paranormal Activity, so I will say this: I
I
think they're on like Paranormal Activity like 17 now or something. But the first one that was there, that scared me like crazy because it made it feel like it was like this real thing because it was taken from like webcam footage.
That was definitely terrifying. The Curse of La Llorona. I don't know. That's the same people. That's in the same universe, so I don't know if I would like that one.
That was pretty freaky.
Let's see. Mirrors? I haven't heard of that one. I watched recently The Autopsy of Jane Doe. That was really good.
Oh, was that scary?
Yeah, I really liked it.
That was the one where they're doing the autopsy of Jane Doe?
Yeah. The autopsy, that's the
I
one.
didn't want to ruin the plot.
Yeah, I was like, oh, don't say anything else.
No, but and weird things happen doing the autopsy. Okay.
And then I saw
I
Eerie on Netflix. It wasn't that good. I mean, it was good. It just wasn't scary. Then it was eerie, yeah. And then what's the other one I saw?
I thought the first Scream was pretty good.
And you can never go wrong with The Shining.
I didn't think The Shining was scary.
It was not scary. It's just like this really cool, awesome film. I don't know if there's many films that actually scare me, but it's more of they have elements that are very terrifying, like human nature, or just the art was really well done, or they touched on like trauma or grief, things like that. Like Hereditary to me is the ultimate scary film. Like, it's so
So someone had mentioned something, and this is a pretty good one to look if you want really like turn down the lights, have a really freaky
yeah.
Halloween scary night. Yeah, I think it was the house that October built, or the house, something along the lines of, or the houses of October or something.
Uh-huh.
But the premise of it is they're trying to find these illegal haunted houses, and that
Oh.
are allowed to like touch people and like grab them and,
Oh.
and things like that. And they finally find one out in the middle of like nowhere, and sort of craziness ensues
Oh.
after that. But it was done in a way sort of like that real life cam where it was sort of believable with some of it. It wasn't crazy. Yeah, I would agree. Shining is more of a thriller than a...
It's just like a classic, awesome film. House of a Thousand Corpses, The Cell, The Others. Oh, the Others was good. I'm the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. I did see the trailer.
Oh, I didn't
for
see
that
that.
one. The Ring, Don't Blink.
Oh, the first Ring, yeah, not like the 17th one.
Talena Wolf. Sorry if I missed the other ones, Chet. I think someone mentioned Saw, but that's more like body gore.
But it is freaky.
I mean, it is freaky.
Because you know there are people like that.
Yeah. The House is October built. That one?
Yes. I thought that was...
The Grudge.
That freaked me out. Cool.
Oh, and the update is up. The Ring is like the Lego movie. Please explain.
What?
I want to hear this theory.
It's not... what? Who said that?
Creepypastas. Yeah, creepypastas is always a good place to go for all the creepy stuff.
I want to know how The Ring is like a Lego movie.
Now you're gonna be stuck on that, huh? The Holy Mountain.
Psycho.
Psycho?
I mean, how could
Yeah.
how could we
I
not
mean,
mention Psycho? I mean,
Psycho, Rosemary's Baby, Night of the Living Dead. What other ones? I feel like we're missing something.
Number 23 by Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. And then there's also 1408 with the hotel room one.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting. I thought actually what was creepy because I just
The Notebook.
The Notebook
That
is
movie scared
terrifying,
me.
you know. I mean, in a way, yes. Scary Movie was very scary. Cough cough. The Screaming Skull. You guys have a lot of good recommendations.
I know, I need to save this chat. My wife hates horror movies, and I love them.
Me too.
And she, like, if I put one on, she'll just do this the whole time.
But she'll sit there with you. So
Not
that's...
really. She'll get up
okay.
and she'll like, I'm gonna make some popcorn, or I'm gonna go over here, and I'm like, come back. It's really
Be
hard.
scared with me.
But to give her credit, I said, will you sit through an Annabelle marathon with me?
Oh.
And she said she would, and we started with, I should have started with something else.
Yeah.
But it was sort of cheesy.
It is so cheesy.
And she's like, is this how all horror movies are? I'm like, most of them
No.
are. Oh, maybe most of them are pretty cheesy.
I mean, the blockbuster ones are. Have you heard of Shudder? They have all the horror movies on there. It's pretty cool.
Shudder. That was that channel.
Yeah. I think it's on Amazon. Like, if you have Amazon Prime, you can look at it. Yeah, they're just great. They're great. Let us see. I feel like I'm not making any headway on this cat, really.
Oh, we're making a cat.
Did you just go off the rails?
No. You'll see.
Okay. I'm doubting you right now.
You're doubting me all the time. So
One more time for your explanation of the bubble. Sorry, I
Yeah.
missed it.
So the bauble will summon Kaluth and Randy to come down and explain the bauble. No,
Genius.
So I know, right? Came up with that all on my own. The bauble. I just want bauble. Bauble. Lost all meaning to me now.
Yeah.
I say bauble, like vacuum.
Is this the explanation you wanted, Jojo?
Sorry. Oh, Jojo was asking? Well,
Yeah.
well then I have to actually be nice because Jojo's nice. So the bauble will, when you use it, will spawn the traitor for you in that location. So it's a way to sort of shortcut having to go find Pumpkiru all the time.
Mm-hmm. Nobody see that I just a bunch of pumpkin
What did you
seeds
just
went
do?
flying over there.
I hope I did this right.
The most scary movie is Phantasm.
Phantasm.
Phantasm?
Is that the Disney movie?
No, that's Fantasia.
That was pretty scary too, though.
It was when I was a kid. I was like, what?
Yeah, you know, some of those movies are a little freaky. Like in Dumbo.
Dumbo is creepy.
It's a little psychedelic
Yeah.
in some certain areas where you sort of wonder
Pink elephant.
what the
Pink elephant.
designers were
It's
sort of.
terrifying. Well, you know they have to have the adult content there for the parents who are taking the kids.
That was adult content.
Or just, I don't know, interesting. Was
Wait.
anyone else terrified by the pink elephants? Yes, it's so creepy.
I just don't understand them. I'm terrified by things I don't understand. Help me.
Right as he mentioned it.
Yeah, the bauble is not a one-time use.
I bet the pumpkins will be a true masterpiece. I don't appreciate the sarcasm.
What? Oh, I thought they said I don't appreciate the sarcasm. Like, if I'm not allowed to be sarcastic, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I'm not gonna copy you.
Looks like you're
I
trying
don't.
to.
No, I have my own.
You're that person.
I'm not.
Like, we're taking a test and you're like,
Absolutely not.
what'd you get for 17?
No. Actually, one time, I'm gonna be
See,
I'm
here
gonna be
it
a dork right now. I made
Just
this
now.
really cool. I was doing a history project on the Holocaust, and I decided to go all out because I loved history as a kid.
This is
was
really
like
taking
fourth
a
grade.
turn. I just wanted
Yeah.
to let you know.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
It has a point, and so I even I make my dad take me to Kinko's back in the day, and like
Hold
bind
on.
my report
Just
together.
stop for a second. Kinko's is a place to do copies of things
Okay.
before people had real printers.
Yeah, I mean, and printers are always just for some reason not working
Oh.
when you buy them.
And you could fax there.
You could fax. Yes, you could fax. So I was in fourth grade, and I made my dad take me to Kinko's so I could print out the report and bind it together in like their most expensive binding. Like I was really proud. I don't know. My dad was awesome because he let me do this and waste all this money on it. But then I delivered it because I had photos in there, and I would like link where I found the photos, and I put testimonials, and then I put my analysis. And then I handed it to the teacher, and I was super proud, and I'm so happy. And then the next day after I turn it in, she calls me over, and she's like, "This is too good for a fourth grader. Did you plagiarize it?" Yeah. And
Then
I
you
was
said-
I was
He
crying.
said, "No, I didn't plagiarize it at all. That's not fair. All I did was copy from this book what they said."
In
That's
my
not
own
even-
words. And it was just like devastating to me as a kid. I was crying. I was like, "No," and I just
Did they let you have it?
yeah,
Or-
I think she wrote something like, "I don't know about this" or something.
Oh, that's
but
not nice.
it just made me feel crappy, and I was like, here's a kid who
So were your parents like, we need to have a conversation?
No, my mom was actually, she had been sitting there because the computer was in the kitchen, so she had been, like one of those little spots, and she had been sitting there the whole time while I was, looking for things, and consulting all the books and all that. So yeah, that was how that history teacher broke my heart. So
I think we should pull the Band-Aid off. What's the history teacher's name? What state?
I've
I'm
actually
kidding. Do not do that.
okay.
That is-
Here's the thing.
No,
Okay.
no. That's for your personal Twitter account.
Oh no, I would never do that. I think I even the trauma has pushed her name out. Let's see. Any new codes besides Sue? Not at the moment, but you did just get one, so we're gonna be coming up with another one for the Halloween event. Let's see. My mother's printer is something that should die. Oh,
Is that a movie?
it. The printer that should die. It ties.
Quick, let's cast this movie right now.
All right.
The printer that should die.
Who is the printer?
Now, is the printer an inanimate object?
Yeah, but
or is the printer a person?
Can it be both? Maybe there's
I don't
maybe
think
there's
so. By
no, yeah,
definition.
there's a soul, and he's trapped in the printer.
Does Soon still work?
Yes.
Jack Black as
yes.
There you go. Jack Black as the printer.
Me for the printer.
Anything that, by the way, her.
What?
I am just stumbling because I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. If you asked her to cast anyone in a movie at any time, her number one
Here we go.
will always be, no matter what, Jack Black.
Me?
Yeah, you love that guy.
I said once. Okay. So
Whatever.
it was only because he was at E3, and I was like, I really want to meet him.
Right, over and over and over again.
Well, it was the most exciting. I'm easily amused.
Like, hey, Barbara, what do we need to do? Because we were there showing off new Super Lucky's
And
Tale.
I was doing that, my friend. But I said,
Which, by the way, comes out November 8th.
But at 6 o'clock, it was like way after. I was like, I'm going to go see Jack Black. Would you like to come with me?
Mm-hmm.
You guys angrily tears the pumpkin apart.
Sounds like you've got some issues that you need to work out.
I don't want to.
Can you tell us about
like
new Super Lucky's Tale? No, I cannot, because Jack Black will be here soon.
I was trying to get him a copy of New Super Lucky's Tale. I was
No,
like,
you were not.
Sir, would you like to be on the list? I don't know why you throw me under the bus like that. Just because I got excited.
Facts are not under the bus. Throwing you under the bus would be saying something like, no, I'm kidding. Don't do it.
Read My House of Horrors. Trust me, it's as much comedy as horror. Streams are perfect to have on the background while doing a school project. Nice.
The answer is A. I want to know what project you're doing. I'm going to help.
Don't. You're going to get a failing grade.
I was good.
QB could be the printer, and Leafy could be the culprit. Why is Leafy always the culprit?
I don't know. People have something against it.
How's your pumpkin going?
Let's see. Hellraiser. Yeah, that was good, but that's really gory.
Hellraiser, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I... Now, I'm going to contradict myself in a second. I don't know if I like just obligatory gore.
Gore for the sake of
So
gore.
the reason why I say I'm going to now I can't even think of the word I just used. I'm going to essentially make myself a hypocrite is because I can't wait for Zombieland 2.
Oh, well, that's kind
And
of
I
like...
mean, Zombieland is pretty obligatory gore. But it's
I
awesome.
guess. But it's also...
I haven't seen the Castlevania Network Netflix
It's
series.
so good! I just know that Castlevania 2... Is it 2 or 3? Is gonna drop any day now. And there goes that weekend. Paper dolls.
Yeah, Aliens was an interesting horror movie. That was pretty freaky.
Alien is great. I watched it in the theater and was too
that's
scared
right.
to
It was
walk
like
home.
Twinkies.
You know how they
I
made
hate
that?
snowballs. Not the flavor, just the texture. That's what he says.
Interesting.
Sorry.
You know, in Alien, the blood of the aliens was made with yogurt, milk, and corn syrup.
Didn't they use pig's blood pre-carry? Or was it corn syrup?
It was corn syrup, but like in the book, they used pig's blood on Carrie. But in the movie,
Oh, maybe that's where it was. They used corn syrup for...
Yeah. So they can have, like, if you want thicker blood, it's like coffee creamer, chocolate syrup, and then corn syrup.
Mm-hmm.
There's different ways to make those bloods.
Garfield's Halloween Adventure. Charlie Brown's Halloween and...
Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, the Great Pumpkin.
Charlie Brown.
And those will never...
Classics. Oh, look at that. This is it's not clean at all.
Did
though,
we ever get an
guys.
explanation why that one movie was equivalent to Lego?
No, we didn't. Come on. The what is it? The Ring as a Lego movie.
Yeah, it's really bothering me.
I have to say, I miss David and Brainsloth. Oh,
Wow, I don't know how to take that.
I know. David's back there if you want.
These two people suck.
I know. They suck so much.
Is the speaker still too low? Too low. David, why don't you come over here? People want to see you.
Yeah, people only want to see you.
Only want to see you.
Come over there, I guess. Randy stopped responding to my slacks.
I don't know what that means.
Hang on, I gotta fix the mic.
We miss Dave. See?
What? What did I miss?
I don't know. It just says we miss Dave.
Oh.
I missed him too.
Give Brancelot the cameo. Well, we could have him on for
at him
another.
and I missed him.
I don't know what to do. It's hard to bounce back from that, you know? You're there, you're facing the crowd, you're trying to come up with some jokes, and then they say that they prefer David and Brancelot.
I'm used to disappointment in my life.
I just feel like as a pumpkin carver, it's just hard to.
Oh, now
It's
as a professional,
professional pumpkin carver. It's just hard to bounce back from that. Like, what do you do? Are you just like, sorry, man? Like, now I feel like I need to be more like David.
hey, you know what? You guys are great. When are the other two people coming back?
Yeah, this is just temporary, right? No, we love you guys also. Too late. I'm not convinced
forget it.
anymore. Like,
I was going to give you guys a new code.
my
No.
trust issues are back.
It's your PTSD.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe David will grace us with his presence.
I'm right here.
That's not the same.
That's not the same. You have to be in front of the camera.
So since we were talking about my kids and Stranger Things.
Which I don't understand apparently.
Well, no, maybe not. But
There he is. One half. One half of the other half.
he's more 3/4.
I'm like right off of the camera, so I'm
How's it
kind of
going?
here. You guys are doing good.
You're very missed.
Apparently.
Well, I'm right behind the camera.
So, what about my kids and Stranger Things, you say? That's a good question.
I did say that, in fact.
So, since I plugged my son, I now need to plug my daughter with what she had said. So she has been obsessed with following like the story of Stranger Things around. Don't judge me as a dad, but she has been like obsessed with sort of the story itself and things like that. So
That's pretty cool.
so she comes downstairs and she doesn't come down and tell jokes all the time, but she came downstairs and she said, so, okay, check this out, I got a joke. And right then and there, I stopped what I was doing, I looked at her and I said, right, already I'm proud of you, because whatever you're about to say doesn't matter. Just the way you said, check it, I got a joke. She's like, okay,
She has
so...
to go downstairs for that.
Well, she was up in her room. So, because, she got out of her restraints, we keep her chained up there.
Sure.
We do not call child services on us. So she comes downstairs and she says, okay, so I got a joke. So hopefully if you've seen Stranger Things, this will make sense. If you've not seen Stranger Things, this joke will not make sense. But she says, what does Joyce Byers do on a Saturday night?
What?
10 years old, she looks at me, she goes, well, she sits down, she watches Netflix, and Will! Come on, that was awesome for a
They're
10-year-old joke.
definitely your kids.
You are learning them in the ways of the dad jokes.
Yeah, well, I'm proud anyway.
Hello to the folks shouting out at me in chat. Hi, I'm still around. I'm on stream occasionally. Helping out behind the camera a little bit.
You're partially
Much
streaming.
appreciated.
I don't know how we're supposed to get the eyes.
Do a good job. I think I did mine differently.
Can I take a peek?
Is one
it looks
wrong?
like an M. Are you carving the
Are
letter
you talking
M?
to me?
I have
Yeah.
pumpkin on my face.
Are you talking to me?
I don't know. You tell me.
I need a drill.
So what's the M stand for?
Stop judging me.
Let me see.
No.
I want to see.
No. Not until we put
Please.
the lights in them.
Dad jokes for the win. I'd like to just take a sneak.
No.
I think yours is going to be better than mine because I did mine inside out.
So what? That could be cool.
Please.
What's going on right now?
I'm just enraptured by your meticulous carving skills. I think you could have been a professional pumpkin carver.
I disagree with you.
It's a lot of people's dreams.
I mean, it's one of those growth industries right now.
I feel like it's a very short-lived field.
No, pumpkins will never go away.
There's a lot of guts.
There's a lot of guts. Oh my gosh. Someone is sneaking around there.
No, someone says, let me see the pumpkins. No, I'm almost done. And then we will do our mass reveals. I still need to do the bats, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Doing. This is not my best pumpkin, I have to say. It's not the best. I'm disappointed in myself.
Don't be disappointed in yourself. Did you try hard?
I mean, I guess.
That's a no. So I say to my daughter, did you try hard? I don't know. Well, then that's a no. I don't know. We're just going to make a bat. This is where
Bands 30 says I'm the art critic for today.
Uh-oh. Maybe I can win some points if I try to make a bat.
Bands is? So good. Just remember, I've been sharing your creations outwardly and giving you a lot of credit. I mean, I don't want that to come into play here, but I mean,
where are you sharing these creations?
On Discord, in the general chat area.
General chat?
Yeah, if you
general chat.
If you still haven't joined our Discord, we have one. You should join it.
Oh, that's why I love you. General chat. General chat.
David's like, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
I was not prepared to be on stream, so.
Oh, you don't have to. You came. You said hi, and
no, I mean, if people are asking for me, I'll show up.
If the crowd demands it.
Oh, yeah. I just hope I'm not as big a disappointment to chat as I am to Brian.
As we are.
Don't worry, that's
as we
hard.
are to chat.
It's a low bar.
You know? Don't worry, general chat has major problems. Can't help it. It just comes natural. So give me a fun fact, David.
Well,
surely you have something, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh gosh. Octopuses or octopi, is that it? They have 3 hearts, each one incapable of feeling love.
Incapable?
Oh, that's according to Kyle Craig. I posted it in chat when you guys were talking about fun facts.
I thought it was capable, but
no, it was kind of fun, but also not fun.
Okay, I have a fun fact. Okay,
we'll be the judge of that.
I have a fact.
Yeah, we'll see if it's the fun part is there.
Chicle is made from chicle, which is a tree found in the Cancun Cozumel region.
I don't know the first several words that you said.
Gum. Gum is...
Chiclet?
Oh,
Gums?
yeah, I could have told you that. Gum in Spanish is chicle, which comes from an Aztec word from a tree called chicle, which is where we get gum from. It's a gum tree. That's pretty fun. Mm-hmm. Right, kids? Not fun? Rude.
Hold on, let me chew on that for a while. Oh.
Fine. I'll think of another one.
Here's one from you, Brian.
This is gonna be awesome.
Bang your head against a wall.
Oh, I already said that.
For an hour.
He wasn't listening to us.
See? I was over there playing Tetris.
Oh my
I knew
gosh.
it.
No, I'm actually playing Ori and the Blind Forest on my Switch.
Oh.
You must know. And working.
Why aren't you playing New Super Luggage?
I thought you said twerking. I was like, what is he doing? What's David doing over there?
What am I doing over there? You'll never know. That's why I like to stay behind the camera. Did you talk about the Stephen King never cashed the check he got for selling the rights to Shawshank Redemption? He framed it and sent it to the director instead. It's pretty fun.
And my Labor Day fun fact, which I thought was pretty interesting. It's not timely though.
No. You need a Halloween one.
I don't know if I have a Halloween fun fact. but the wearing white after Labor Day, fun fact, was there was old money and new money. Sounds like I'm setting up for a joke. And
walk into the bar.
I don't remember how many years ago, maybe like 50 or 60 years, I don't know. But anyway, there was old money and new money, and they were sort of...
There's no way this is not a joke.
No, it's not. This is a fact. There was some animosity between the two groups of, oh, you just came into the money, or we are more cultured because we've had money for a while. And the old money made a sort of
Stinkaroo.
a sort of thing between themselves that said, here's the thing, none of us will wear white after Labor Day. So if anyone's wearing white after Labor Day, we know they're new money.
Ew.
And that's where the don't wear white after Labor Day thing came from. And now you know.
The punchline is...
That is not...
I'm wearing white.
I don't know how to react to you, Brian, when the things you say are not goofs.
When he's being
I'm not
serious.
used to this serious, Brian.
What are they carving? C-Gen game? I don't know.
Well, we're supposedly carving this, and this is a little competition, and that is a cat, and some bats, which
This is
I
not
think
going
I'm
well.
going to punt on the bats because.
I'm doing.
So what's the M stand for?
I'm really mad at you.
That's why he came over here.
I'm just looking for the reactions. When I get a reaction that I like, I'm back to that well as many times as I can.
So do we ever get to what the heck the Lego thing is with
No,
the
it's
rain?
gonna keep bugging
Can
you.
somebody
You're
please?
just gonna have to go to bed knowing that you don't know that. Okay, almost done with this bat.
Oh, you're doing the bats? Then I gotta do the bats.
What is going on? Too much muck. I'm making a mess. Carve a keepa. Oh my gosh, that would be so hard.
And you guys have very high standards.
I have lived a long time, and the biggest mystery is how girls can make a towel into a hat. I'm sorry, that was just amazing. It's very easy. You just grab your head and then you twirl it, and then boom. You know that?
Yes, I do it when I'm going to take a shower.
So can I show you guys the cool pumpkin carving I saw earlier today?
Oh no,
Sure.
it's gonna make us sad.
Yeah, that's exactly what this looks like.
Oh, that's really cool.
You know, they don't.
Nintendo
They
pumpkins.
can't see that.
I'm about to show them. It's Luigi's Mansion. I don't know if you can see this or not. So
That comes out on Halloween.
Halloween
Promo.
Yeah. It looks like that, and I can't hold still to save my life.
All right, bat. The bat is being born.
I'm about to call this a day.
Oh, I can see the cat now.
Thought it was an M.
I was just about to ask you why did you make a cat out of an M?
I don't have a pun for that.
I am the common danger. I am.
What?
I wanted to show you, David, the one that I wanted us to do.
Okay, I want to see it.
For next time when we practice our skills.
Did Randy say if we have? Where is Mr. Kalu?
You know what would be fun? Is if I started up a Slack call with him. Do you call people on Slack on your phone?
No.
No, but I can give you his phone number.
Give me his phone number.
Okay, is everyone ready?
No, you shouldn't give me his phone number.
His phone number is
Just wait.
8675309.
Call me.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Experiencing poor connection
That's
issues.
Jenny's
Dang it.
phone number.
Where is the pumpkin? Oh. Yes.
Are you talking to yourself?
I'm trying to.
I don't know what this is.
David.
So you know,
You show it to chat.
so you know,
Yes.
like this doesn't work.
Yes.
I love this high tech multimedia presentation you've got going on here.
When are the servers going up? That's what we're trying to call Randy. He's supposed to tell us, but I think he's avoiding us. I think he doesn't like Dr. Evil B.
He broke it.
He didn't answer my call.
Wow. We're being ghosted. That's a frightful thing.
You don't ghost Nick Fury.
Okay. That was a good movie, by the way. I really enjoyed that. I actually installed an air horn on my phone after seeing that movie.
What does an air horn sound like again?
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm going to ask her to spell it later. That does not look like bad. I'm done. I think I'm done with that. I'm to the roof of my pumpkin.
I don't know. I think Randy's trying to tell us something here. I think we're just not taking the hint. He's just not into us.
He's not into us.
He's not that into us. Not returning my calls, my texts.
Wasn't that a movie too?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, we should have to make Randy carve something now.
By himself.
With one hand.
Yes. And one knife.
Apparently, Jeffrey is not normal. Says we require the servers to be revived. I have pixies and keepas. I need to tame for my army.
Wow, that's terrifying. What army?
Yeah,
That is. We'll get online just as soon as we
Creative's
can
army.
because you need your army.
Also, this has just become its own torture.
What?
The pumpkin carving. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna make this a full moon.
Are you having second thoughts about your pumpkin carving idea on stream?
My career as a professional pumpkin carver is not going well.
Alright.
Almost done.
We'll wait for
All right, we're just gonna. I'm just gonna do this, and we're just gonna. It's a timed competition. How about that? If we had more time, I'm sure that we could make something beautiful. Right?
Sounds right to me.
Last year I made a Totoro pumpkin. It was fun.
My hat on my pumpkin doesn't go on.
Oh, nice.
Oh no. Hold on.
That's looking
I'm
good.
almost
Don't
done.
tell her.
Oh, his is gonna be so much better than mine. Everything's a competition. I just need to clean it.
Apparently, you guys still have 5 minutes. Is there a timer on screen?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Hello.
It's very good.
Uh oh. I'm scared. No, wait.
There we go. Okay, so
Okay, let's show them to each other first, because I'm shy.
Why don't we show them just to David and we both
Okay.
have to turn around and look.
I am the art critic. I like the M.
Let me see. Let me see.
Okay, no, we
what?
need to do the reveal to them. You can go first, because
Okay.
I've seen
Here's
yours.
mine. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna make sure you guys are holding them right for the camera.
Is it nice?
So remember, I need to hold this up here. This
Tilt it a little bit down, Barbara, just a tiny bit.
this is what we are going for.
And this is the end. Not bad?
Oh wait, you guys are doing the same one?
Such a jerk. Okay, I mean, it is
Okay,
what it is.
keep it turned around so they can
okay,
keep seeing.
Okay. Let me see.
I don't know why I got up. I gotta make sure people can see the
Wow. Very good.
Ha ha.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Evil B wins this
Perfect
one.
framing.
I think mine is just like, what is that? I guess.
See, he won. We all knew it.
No, that was at yours. He won. Yeah. 9 out of 10 for yours.
Wait, why?
What's mine,
wait,
LB
why do I
Gamer?
give it 10 out of 10?
Mine is the inverse.
Yours looks like like before Halloween starts, and then after Halloween, and it's been sitting outside for a while, and the whole pumpkin just starts going.
That's the tweet. That's the tweet.
Like I legitimately thought this part right here.
It's a bat.
It's a bat, right? Was that intentional?
It's a bat. I just felt. Look at him. He's
Okay, so the bat is my favorite part of
his
your
name
pumpkin.
is Pete.
I like Pete.
I don't know. I've been staring at it for so long. I can't even make up shapes. So if you guys said bad, good. Yeah, that is pretty bad. I don't know what that is. But look at this masterpiece.
Poor pumpkins.
Oh, beautiful. I like yours. I would sell yours.
Yeah, no.
It's very pretty. You did a good job.
Not really.
I
cooler
did
in the
say,
dark,
I mean,
yes.
you could make it in the pumpkin carving industry.
I think, yeah, we found
As
out
the
our-
person that hands the other carvers the knives.
I have an uncle who is at one of the most professional pumpkin carvers around.
Is this a
Makes
lie?
6 figures.
Is this a lie?
Um,
What are the figures? It's a man, a boy.
Something like that.
There's a ghost figure.
He makes 6 figures.
He's made 6 jack-o'-lanterns in his life.
Oh gosh. Jeffrey, I feel like you pay money for this one, but not this one, and I wouldn't be insulted. You know. It's
I think you would be insulted.
Okay.
Once we turn this camera off,
I'm gonna start.
it's on. It's
yelling.
gonna happen. Whoa.
Has Randy? He has not heard of
Have we?
Ooh, an item for my wish list is on sale.
This is not good TV. Have we solidified what like the top Halloween movie is that we should watch though?
Who is we?
I don't know.
Heard,
It'd be sort of fun to watch Barbara be really scared.
I heard
I
Home
don't
Alone.
get scared though.
That's pretty scary.
That is pretty scary.
It's pretty terrifying.
Actually, it's a study of child endangerment. How do you leave without knowing that you don't have your kid?
Yeah, I don't
Like-
understand, but
Like all the way to the airport before they realize that the
those
kid's gone.
early '90s movies are more like what was wrong with parents, because they were just like Home Alone, Parent Trap, where they're just like, I'll just take one of the twins. Like that's so messed up.
There are people who got into CPS because they watched Home Alone and they were terrified, and they're like, I'm gonna make a difference in this world. I'm gonna fight these horrific situations.
The imbalance.
Yeah.
For children. And then all the kids that had to make this face
Yeah.
afterwards, it's just ridiculous.
All the kids. Are...
Telling Wolf, somebody called it out earlier. Phantasm. They had no idea what it was. I have seen Phantasm. I am kind of a horror junkie, so
What did
it was
he lump
a
me
little.
into they?
It was a little interesting hearing you guys talk about all these horror movies and like, oh, you babies.
Fine. Okay. Then.
You know my top picks.
Okay, then fine. What is your top pick then?
It depends on if we're going for
Well,
scary.
you're criticizing, so therefore.
David's list is coming. Dun, 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 dun.
You know what? I regret this train of conversation that I started.
Well, it needs a caboose.
I really liked The Descent. For
Sixth
more
Sense. Oh,
recent
yeah.
stuff. Wait, Sixth Sense?
They said Sixth Sense, and I forgot that's a top film that we forgot about Halloweeny.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to say the original Suspiria, which
Original
I don't
Suspiria.
think you've seen that
Not
yet.
yet.
I have not seen that.
Did you watch the new one?
The Exorcist, yeah.
The Exorcist
That
is
was pretty
comfort
good.
food.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Siri apparently is responding.
Okay, everyone just named their top
She doesn't
5.
understand
We're not
you.
going to criticize what they haven't seen, but okay. David, start again with your top 5.
My
horror
top
films.
5.
Scary, not scary, you just love them.
Oh, 7 now.
Top 5 horror. Suspiria, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You guys did. To be fair, you called out some of my favorites.
So, what did you say? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, original Suspiria.
Top 2 then.
The Ring. The Ring, which you guys already called out. I did like.
Oh, A Quiet
Paranormal
Place. That was a
Activity.
good
Oh,
one.
yeah,
That
Quiet
was
Place.
pretty good.
That was good. Although I saw it in the theater and you could hear
The
every
crunching?
single movement that everyone did. It's very distracting. Someone called out Cube. I think that's a great psychological thriller.
I actually have my list on my phone,
Oh god.
but I'm waiting for.
Because you just Googled what are the top horror
No!
movies, and she's just going.
Absolutely not. I love horror
Cheater.
films. What are your next three, David?
Evil Dead. Somebody called that out in chat, and I agree.
Nice. Monster House, Evil Dead. The Grinch, Sweet Home Alabama. Oh, those are just your movies in general. What
I
about
still
you,
like
Ryan?
I still like The Conjuring. I thought that was
The
that was
Conjuring
really
is
good.
that is a good movie. It's one of those movies that I was like, it's Hollywood. It's really really big, but it was well done. The first one was well done. Second one was all right. Third, I don't know why you kept going.
Money.
Yeah, well, I mean, I say all these things ironically.
Then I can't remember. Oh wait, I can. Was it The Strangers?
Yes.
Where they're masks, they wear creepy masks, and they get to the cabin in the middle of nowhere and hold these people hostage. That one was pretty creepy, just because you can easily see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I like the original Halloween. I thought that one was really good. Well done. I don't know. I like all the rest of them pretty equally, but Psycho is a really good original. I don't know if that one scares me so much, but
I think
like,
it's a mix.
psychologically
It's
it's
like
really good.
just your favorite ones, the ones that you would rewatch over and over again.
Reanimator's a great pick. Geek of Cake. Event Horizon's good. I saw that. It scared me. I saw that when I was like 17 in the theater. It scared me. I don't know why. I just pulling names out of a hat in my brain doesn't
Yeah.
work on live stream.
It Follows is really good.
I agree.
Hereditary is
it's not
amazing.
too much of an underlying message.
The Witch.
Horror movies aren't supposed to have a message.
I think they are. I disagree, but I think so. It Follows, Hereditary, The Exorcist, the original The Exorcist, not the ones that flopped afterwards. It's just cinematic. It's just beautiful. Suspiria, the remake, but I still have to watch the original. And The Witch. The Witch is fantastic. It's a fantastic horror film.
Did someone really say The Village? Really?
The Village.
Those that we do not speak of.
Mr. Bean in the USA could be a horror film. As Above, So Below is very terrifying. That one is actually one that scared me. The remake of Carrie, I actually thought was better than the original Carrie, but that's just me.
I didn't see it as Above, So Below.
It's creepy.
Well, if this update goes on for too much longer, maybe we should just watch it on stream.
We can do the Mystery Science
Yes.
the theater. We just make fun of it.
Would we get taken down for a copyright if we watched it like this?
Oh yeah. Twitch would be like, ban.
The audio probably.
Yeah.
Usually, if you have to ask if will we be taken down for a copyright, the answer is usually yes.
Copyright cops are no
Yeah,
fun.
Children of the Corn. That was pretty freaky.
I did think of another one, Rosemary's Baby. I love that one. You seen that one?
If I say I love that one, that's a little weird thing to love, but yeah.
I mean, I love horror movies, so
Basic Instinct.
I have seen that film. Randy Nash, where are you? I'm calling him again.
Rosemary's Baby, the thing that freaked me out the most is actually just how thin she was in that film. Like, very, like, wayfish, very, like, it just adds to the horror in that way. Because she's, like, very small, very petite. And she's carrying something demonic. And it's just like, ugh. You know, that whole, like, draining of the... No spoilers. Also, it's really old, so... But whenever... her friend is like, you look really sick. Like, that is actually one of the scariest parts to me. When they don't know what's happening, but you know what's happening. They're like, oh no, get out.
I remember the dream sequence in that one just being like That
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like the first dream sequence I've seen in a film that feels like it could actually be a dream. Like
Yeah.
they just really nailed
They did.
the
But
pacing.
do you know, I don't know if you saw American Horror Story the first season,
Yeah, that was good.
but that was like, I was like, oh, this is heavily influenced by Rosemary's Baby. Have you seen,
I couldn't make it through it. It wasn't my bag.
I mean, I get it because I tried to. So the first American Horror Story is good. The second one is Asylum, also good. Third one is Coven, Witches. It's fine. I never watched anything after, and I just went back to watch the first 25 minutes of Apocalypse, and I just couldn't stop laughing. It was just so bad. I was like, I gave it 25 minutes. That's it. That's all I can do. Sorry, Kathy Bates, you're awesome, but this is just so cringe. Silent Hill. Yeah, I was following a thread on the goriest horror films just because I do that to myself. And they showed the one in Silent Hill, that scene that I haven't gotten out of my head since I was 8 and I was just getting over, and then they show it again. It was awful. But it was a good thread. It was a good thread. I can send it to you guys if you like.
The goriest.
It was like, what is the goriest scene in a horror movie? And then people were just responding.
I'm okay.
I think everybody has like a horror movie that scared them pretty bad, and sometimes it's like, oh, when they were a kid, I mean.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like a great horror movie, and sometimes it's just a random show that you caught on TNT. And I remember like being maybe 13 and I watched the remake of The Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that scary, and like I couldn't sleep.
It got you
4
at the right
days.
place at the right time, and you were just like, that's it.
It did it. It had my number.
Yeah.
If I went back and watched it today, I'd just be like,
I feel like that's what Chucky was for me, because I actually have a fear of being impaled by objects. And I was always like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? But in Chucky, there's a lot of scenes where like they get pushed onto things, specifically the chandelier scene, and that terrifies me. But it's interesting, that one scene is all I remember from that movie. I don't really remember anything else. I just remember that one scene really freaked me out.
You didn't have a fear of plastic dolls.
No, I don't actually have that. It manifested in a different way.
Impaling. Yes.
Impaling, yes.
Plastic dolls talking to you. Nah, that's okay.
I mean, how do you feel about it being impaled?
It's not on my top list of like ways to go.
It's
It's on
something
my
you're
top
gonna do on-
list. Every time I'm driving and I see a large van with tools or ladders, I just automatically think
Like,
of it falling over.
Mm-mm, not today, Satan. That's what you say. And then
Yeah,
you stop
and then I
go away.
just go into the other lane. And what made it worse is that my mom was a really big true crime 2020 person.
Mhm.
And there was actually an episode where a woman was driving, just regular driving, and that happened. The ladder fell off, and it was just going at such a speed that it chopped, like it decapitated her. And I just, that was really the only reason I needed to add more to the fuel, you know? It's like, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna mess with that. That's it. And also the ankle slicing scene from Kill Bill. I think of that constantly. Do you know when she slashes his ankles?
You know, a lot of the things from like things underneath your bed, I don't know, that always sticks with me. Like there's someone or something under there, and like we'll just go grab your feet.
The new TV show on Netflix, Marianne, it's a French.
Oh yeah, you recommended that.
Scary TV show, horror, has some really good under the bed like sequences.
Oh, that's cool.
I would recommend it.
They, I can't remember if it's on Prime or if it's on Netflix, but there's like it's called 2-sentence horror movies.
Netflix.
Or something, where it's pretty interesting. They start with the first sentence, and then they play the movie, and then at the end of the like 30-minute movie or whatever, they play the second sentence, and it's like it's supposed to be like making a statement or something. It's pretty interesting. Some of them are pretty freaky.
Someone said the gargoyles or the flying monkeys, sorry, in The Wizard of Oz were something that scared them as a kid. Those were terrifying. They were
Yeah,
very
the
scary.
original Candyman, I agree. That one was really. Anything where you're like looking into a mirror and then you have to say something 3 times and all of a sudden you turn around and then that thing is there.
Apparently, Jordan Peele is doing a Candyman movie. I don't know if it's a remake or a sequel, but that sounds
That would be
pretty interesting.
That's actually one that would be interesting, maybe. Did you see Us?
Mm-hmm. That one got a little weird.
I liked Us a little better than Get Out.
I liked Us if Us stopped maybe 10 minutes before the end that they have there now.
Like when they're
They try to do too much explanation of.
explanation.
I don't want to ruin the movie, but they do try to do too much. Like it was creepy enough, and then it was great, and then they like further along for another 10 minutes.
Right.
Tried to bring together this
Lore.
like trying to give it a backstory and a reason for existence, and
It didn't make sense.
no,
like
that just fell a little flat for me. Like, okay, now you're just reaching. Like, I don't know. Let's explain it. So,
Yeah.
okay, here's 10 minutes of an explanation. But it was really good until
yeah.
then.
I think that you don't have to explain everything when it comes to horror films, and when they do that, and they do it most of the times incorrectly, it just doesn't go well for the movie. I think when you enter a horror movie, you can kind of suspend your disbelief a little bit, you know? Like, they going back to The Nun, great movie, they tried to over-explain a lot there, and it just made it worse. It made it funnier. So yeah, just don't explain.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to use your imagination.
Rosemary's Baby didn't really explain, you know, why those people.
Yeah.
And
Some things don't need
tell.
an explanation.
yeah, definitely.
Because it was evil, that's why.
Us had horrible endings.
It
See
did.
Jen Game. What did you say? What's worse, a Dexter ending or Game of
Oh,
Thrones?
see, that's a different.
Well,
that's a different
that's-
stream.
That is a different stream.
But most depressing endings of all time. Worst endings of all time.
Dark.
I don't know.
Years,
Lost
is
was
it?
up there.
It was.
Now
but
we're being tangent.
It
now
wasn't
we're taking a tangent.
Dexter and Game of Thrones bad.
For reals.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go up?
I know
and
you're saying
do
Pet
some
Cemetery.
reconnaissance?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
I know we're saying Pet Cemetery. I've heard that a few times,
Yeah.
but I just want to clarify the original Pet Cemetery,
I
not
didn't see the
not-
original.
not the new one.
It's way better. The original is better.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's not always the case. Carrie, I saw the original and I thought it was awful. There's actually one scene where they're spinning for a full 2 minutes, making me, the viewer, very dizzy. It was horrible, and there was no point to it. It was awful.
On Carrie?
Yeah.
Mm.
Interview with the Vampire. That's a good one. That's Silence of the
I don't know
Lambs.
if I'd really call that one scary.
I don't think they're scary. They're just like Halloween horror. They are under horror films.
Breaking Bad. Now people are just saying things.
Flatliners? I don't know what that one is.
Oh, that was when these medical students were experimenting on how long someone can be, you can flatline and be dead
Oh, wow.
for them to still bring you back. And then when they started doing it, they realized that they were seeing things. Like
Oh,
is there an
yes.
existence?
This
Yeah,
is fairly new, right? Is that what
The first they did a remake of it.
Oh,
The first Flatliners has been out for a long time ago.
Stephen King's Rose Red was good, but not scary. The movie Clue was a good movie. All right, guys. That's...
Okay, now we're moving on. But we can talk a little bit about the Creativerse stuff going forward to give you guys
Oh,
some
yeah,
information
sure.
because
Go
I know
ahead.
everyone's talking trying to okay, this pumpkins, that's great. You're drawing it out. When's the server's going to be back up?
Right,
and what are you
right.
guys doing next?
Which David went up to go check with the team to make sure everything's
we're
in
trying-
order. So
Trying to get a status of where the servers are right now, and then we'll go ahead and give you guys an update as
Yeah.
soon as we get it. Sometimes when we take some of the stuff down and then you bring it back up, we encounter a few problems here and there.
definitely, and
But
once we get that
we're
update,
not
we'll just
fixing
go
it.
offline so that we can, get all those notes together for you guys and get reconnaissance with the team and make sure that everything is in order. Because we don't want to keep you guys here with our ugly pumpkins all day.
Well, at least one up of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
So essentially, we talked a little bit about, and after the Halloween stuff, we're going to be having the Paintable Blocks feature, which is really, really game changing, I think, for a lot of the creators within the Creativerse worlds. It really unlocks, I think there's 250 or so colors
255.
for each colors, and you can have one as like I'll say primary color, but color 1 and color 2. So there are a lot of blocks that will have 2 colors on it. Like if you have a chair, you can make one side of like the arms of the chair one color and the seat another color, and it really gives tons of possibilities. And we've already seen in test so many amazing creations, even for like some scary Halloween stuff, because you can also paint some of the things that emit light. And so you're essentially painting the light and changing the color that that light gives off. So a lot of it is pretty revolutionary for this game, way better than other games implementations of a similar type of thing. And in addition to that, we have we're calling sort of that drone cam feature, but it's a much better screenshot tool for the community.
It's just something that actually really just goes together so well. The fact that you're gonna have now your massive builds that you can make some changes to, especially if a block has the ability to be another color and also give off light. I mean, that just opens so many doors for people to go crazy with it, or create certain objects with that light, and to be able to really capture that whole build in a picture. And not only that, but change the kind of filters that you want to do. I think that's just such a great way to give creators more individuality, not just on what they're making, but how they present it, right? Because there's so many different filters, and Brent put in so many tools to be able to change the saturation, the color, the light, the fog. That's extraordinary. I really am looking forward to that, and the images that are going to come out because of it.
So within, there was one question, like, if you already have a build, will you be able to paint some of the old blocks or the blocks that you already use? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to make sure that everything is in place when that comes out. And then that drone camera feature of it will, I think there's probably 10 different what we call post effects, where you can change the definition, size of the edge.
So I don't have to go to Photoshop. I don't have to go to.
Not at all. And
all of that.
You can turn on and off the fog. You can move the fog in and out. You can change the color of the fog. And we've already seen some things coming back that look very, very artistic in really interesting ways.
So the servers they should be up. If they aren't already, they will be soon.
Okay.
Randy apparently, I'll come on the screen first.
No, I think they like being tugged from behind.
Apparently Pumpkiru was very shy and he didn't want to come out to play. So Randy has fixed that. He is now out and about and ready to trade his
trick or treat.
His wares. So server should be online. I'm gonna go
so
that way
momentarily. Okay.
And make sure everything looks good on that end.
Thank you, David.
Okay.
So yeah, that's some things to look forward to, definitely.
Yeah, some people are saying they're in now.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I really can't wait for everyone to get their hands on those things. And there's sort of, I'll say, a little bit of a interesting little hidden feature within the Paintable Block stuff that we haven't talked too much about.
Fascinating.
And I'll because you've dealt with our amazing pumpkin carving things and you stayed on so much, is within the Paintable Blocks feature itself, if you create a blueprint with some custom colors, and then you capture that blueprint, you'll be able to name those groups for, like, if you capture, I always use this example of like the Millennium Falcon, and you had a color group that was the engine, you had a color group that was the cockpit or the wings. It's a little bit of a take of paint by numbers in a way, where someone could create a blueprint and say, here are all of the different colors. But when you open that blueprint, you'll be able to actually, by color group, say, I want the engines to be this because that's what it was named, as opposed to having to go find each individual block
So now make it
and
tedious.
changing your right.
Making it more accessible.
You can
for
go
you.
to every individual block if you'd like
Right.
to, but if you said, "Oh, I love the Millennium Falcon itself," but what would be cool if just the engine itself were red or purple or whatever, you'll be able to quickly manipulate some of those things.
Yeah.
And it's just a really cool little, I'll say, hidden feature that will be
Very cool.
part of this release too. That I can see a lot of people, especially capturing blueprints and putting that up, sort of doing like, I did this as a paint by number here,
Yeah.
and and play around with these things. Or here's a house, so it's easy to say the roof is this color
Right.
and the bricks are this color.
Very good. A lot of accessibility. Actually, we talked about the game at the beginning, but we had a long pumpkin carving session in between, and now we're just gonna wrap it up and let you guys know, what's going on, what we're looking at, and that the servers are probably up. Yes.
I hope so. I'm not in front of the computer.
Momentarily. So we're excited to start the Halloween event. It's good.
So we can make it official by saying that I am the champion.
Yeah, you are the champion.
Oh.
I mean, mine sucked. Thank you so much for joining me to talk about the
Of course.
Creativerse
And
update.
thanks for dealing with my bad humor.
You know what? Your pumpkin showed mine, so I think we can call it even.
Oh, I think they're fine.
They're all right.
Place the pumpkins on eBay. Yeah, so someone can
Definitely.
bid $1.
All right,
$1.50.
guys. Well,
I'll do that with a Popeyes chicken sandwich once it comes out.
Oh my gosh.
Pay $7,000.
$7,000 for
That was
sure.
ridiculous.
We will be talking to you guys on Twitter, on social media, on the forums, and letting you know when that update goes up.
Yep.
And,
With the new blocks
with
and the new things for that
For
you can get from
Halloween.
Pumpkiru.
Yes, but until then, we are signing off until Wednesday for Playful Place. So see you later,
Hi everyone, have fun creating.
David.
Is this thing on?